guys, I'm back. Firstly, I want to apologise for taking a break and not posting for the past couple of weeks. I needed a break basically, and I needed to get more motivation to be able to create to be able to create content for you guys that I wasn't half-arsing. So yeah, I just took a break quickly. Secondly, this isn't sponsored, but I do want to promote the Team GB Speedway merchandise. They do have a 50% off lockdown sale on their website, so go check it out. It is mainly winter collection because due to COVID and everything, we couldn't get new merch out and stuff like that. You will also notice that I am modelling the merch on their website. They did come to me and ask if I would model it, which I was more than happy to do. Hopefully I will be able to model some more of their merchandise in the future. This is the hoodie that they have on the website. I have fallen in love with it, but I will quickly show you guys. So this is the front of the hoodie. We've obviously got pockets, we've got the Team GB Speedway logo, and then on the back it just says Great Britain. So go pick up your merchandise while it says 50% off. So that's that. But today we are back with another Ghosty Glam video, and this one is a dark one, a very dark one. But it's one I wanted to cover because it interested me so much, and that's what I really want to do with these Ghosty Glam videos, is do things that interest me, but also to educate you guys a little bit. Now, as you can probably guess from the title of this video, we are going to cover the Aokigahara Forest. I probably ballsed that up massively. And this is in Japan. Now, I'm not going to go too much into the details surrounding this location and the horrors that have occurred, just out of respect for A, the people in Japan, and B, the people who have lost loved ones in this forest. But just the sheer horrors of this forest is something that intrigued me into doing the research and into creating this video for you guys. Also, for the sake of this video and to try and not trigger anybody, I am going to be referring to the act of taking your own life as seppuku. I know this is another word that can be used for, you know, the word we're on about. But yeah. So anyway, all the products that I use will be listed down below for you guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you get notified of when I upload. I have already done my base makeup and eyebrows off camera, so we are going to get into this video and the horrors that have happened in this forest. Warning, this video contains descriptions of the location associated with seppuku. Viewer discretion is advised. So the Aokigahara, like I say, I'm probably going to butcher these names. I'm not Japanese, I don't know Japanese. The Aokigahara is a dense forest in Japan at the base of Mount Fuji, and it's actually located approximately 2 hours from Tokyo by public transport. It has been a popular destination for many contemplating taking their own lives. So this forest consists of 35 square kilometres and it contains around about 200 caves. Now, it's easy to get lost in this forest because you can't get any GPS signal, you can't get phone signal, and this is due to the volcanic soil in the ground, because obviously it's near a volcano, you know. So if you do happen to wander off the footpaths and the trails, you can fall through the ground because the ground is so uneven. You've got lifted roots and you've got these caves. You could quite easily get lost in these caves. So nowadays you tend to have guides that take you around the forest and you have to keep to the footpaths and trails. But those that do wish to take their own lives tend to wander off from the group to be able to do so, basically. Now, legend has it that people would bring their sick or elderly family members to the forest and just leave them there to die, basically. And those that were left behind would either get lost trying to find a way out, or many of them would die from starvation. And this was something which occurred before the forest became popular among people who wished to end their own lives. It was something that happened quite regularly, basically. So deaths from seppuku have been reported since the 1950s. And due to this, the forest is now the second most popular place to carry out seppuku, the first being the Golden Gate Bridge. So it's grown a bit of a reputation. Now, since the 1950s, the numbers have been rising at a rate between 10 to 30 people per year. So that's like 70 years since the 1950s. It's been rising at an alarming rate. So after a high number of deaths in 2004, 108 to be precise, officials have stopped publishing the death count for fear that it was actually glorifying the practice. And as of 2009, workers have been hired to patrol the forest looking for bodies or anyone who looks like they are contemplating seppuku. So prevention signs have been put up at the entrance of the forest saying your life is something precious that was given to you by your parents. There's also another one saying think about your parents, siblings and children once more. Do not be troubled alone. Now the sign actually ends in a helpline contact number in the hope that people will contact it for help. Obviously, it's all they can do. They can't actually physically stop people. So regarding popularity with the forest, and it's come from many different sources over the years. So in 1960, popularity occurred after the release of a mystery novel. Now I'm going to probably balls this title up, but it was called Karurai Jukai, which is otherwise the Black Sea of Trees. Now the reason why it was called that is because the forest gets the name the Sea of Trees, and this was by someone called Shichu Matsumoto. Again, probably messed his name up. But the novel actually ends with the lovers committing seppuku in the forest. Obviously made the forest quite a popular destination for anyone, whether they were wanting to take their own life or whether they were just obsessed with this book. I just poked myself in the eye. So, another controversial book that was released was the 1993 bestseller, and it was written by Watsaru Surumori. Definitely balls that name up. And it was called The Complete Seppuku Manual. Obviously it wasn't seppuku, it was the other word we're not mentioning in this video. And this book describes various methods of seppuku in detail, and even recommends the forest as a perfect place to die. I have read part of this book. I read the English translation of this book, which is an awful translation. It is gruesome, I'm not gonna lie. It is a gruesome book. I don't recommend buying it or reading it. I definitely was scarred yesterday when I read it. I am filming this on Good Friday, by the way, guys, so you know. Now apparently this manual book is a common find in the forest, usually not far from the victims and their possessions. How true this is, I don't know. This is just what information I got. So just a quick side note, I've done my liner and lashes off camera just because you guys know I struggle with liner and lashes whilst talking. So, anyway, more recently the forest was made popular by a famous YouTuber who posted a graphic video documenting his time in the forest. And this happened back in 2018. Now, you guys probably all know what famous YouTuber I'm talking about. And you're not wrong, I am talking about that person. I'm not going to mention his name because he don't deserve it. To be honest, he disrespected people in that forest and the Japanese people in general by posting what he did. And that's all I'm going to say on it. Now, over the years there have been many movies made with the forest as its subject, including the 2016 Natalie Dormer film The Forest. There's quite a few films out there based on this forest. You can check them out for yourself. Now, unlike many of my other Ghosty Glam stories, I couldn't find specific spirits which haunt the forest and any visitors. But it is understandable to believe that the forest is haunted with the amount of death that has occurred there and the manner in which many people have died in the forest. It is believed that locals actually fear the forest due to the dark history as well, which is completely understandable, you know. I couldn't find any actual proof of it being haunted, but I would imagine it's haunted. because of the manner of death and the amount of people that have died there. So you know. So that is the story of the Aokigahara Forest in Japan. I didn't want this video to be too long on this subject, as it's one that affects so many, and I wanted to be respectful. But when a location has a dark history like this, it's something that interests me. I'm sorry guys, I'm a little bit weird. Now, for anyone suffering those kinds of thoughts or anything like that, I will leave some helpline contacts in the description for you guys to access and use. I'll try and get some for different countries like the UK, America, even Japan, for you guys to access, just because I know this has been a really dark topic. I'm sorry guys. So all products that I have used will be listed in the description below for you guys, along with all of my social media as usual. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in next week's video. It will be more positive, I promise guys. So yeah, that's it. See you next week. Bye guys.